Just keep fighting for me and keep showing your love and support.
Hey everybody. So first I want to say I'm also eating right now because I didn't plan this very well. So if you hear chewing, that's what it is. It can be an ASMR. I was also drinking something. This could be like an ASMR episode. But first and foremost, I want to thank everyone for being here. I don't think Pete's going to be here. I messaged him last night. He said he was going to try to make it, but then this morning he said that something came up. So I hope Pete's okay out there and he's doing well. And I love you, neighbor. So I just want to start off by saying, all right, story time. So everyone gather around. Remember when I made the post about Brendan's chargeback fee? So originally I made a post in our group about the chargeback fee. Now this is going to get complicated. So hopefully everyone can follow along okay. So the chargeback fee. Originally, somebody messaged me one morning saying that the website said there was a chargeback fee. So I went to the website and I saw that there was a $129 chargeback fee. And I was like, what the fuck? So I messaged Brendan and Barb. I told Barb, you know, hey, just to let you know, it looks like there's a chargeback fee, blah, blah, blah. I messaged Brendan. And then I messaged Brendan and I asked him, would you like me to ask people to help us take care of this right away? As in, you know, if anybody wanted to donate money, because I don't have $129 just to pay it off myself, or else I would have just paid it off myself. So he said, yes, go ahead and do that. So that's why I made the post in the group and I said, hey, there's a $129 fee. Here's the PayPal pool that I created. That was like, I think it was like $129 in it. If people wanted to throw 20 bucks in there, you all blew me away and donated up to like $600, which is a ridiculous amount of money. But very well appreciated. I called the people, the chargeback people. I called the company Access Corrections because I wanted to confirm. Well, one, I wanted to ask where the chargeback fee came from, and then two, I wanted to confirm, you know, how to pay for this and blah blah blah, and because also on the website it says that if you make a deposit into the inmate's account while there's a chargeback fee, the deposit, the money will go towards the chargeback fee. So I wanted to know, if I make a $200 deposit, $300 deposit, is that going to take care of that? Or do I have to send in a money order? So the lady over the phone, the first lady I talked to said, there is no chargeback fee, it's an error. his account's clear. We don't know why there's a thing saying there's a chargeback fee. And I said, oh, cool. That's awesome. I wish I would have called you sooner then. So all the money that people donated, the $600, I deposited $500 of it into his account. And okay, here's a key thing to all that. When I was depositing, when I was talking to the lady over the phone, she said, if you can deposit money into his account, then that means there's no chargeback fee. So I said, okay. So, and I was able to do that, right? So I was able to deposit $500 into his account. So, and then the other $100, I asked him, is there anything you need? And he gave me a long list of things that he needed. So I was able to buy those things. And I, except for I still need to see if the one item that was on back order, and I'll have to do that soon, now that I'm remembering that. But I made a post in the group with screenshots and everything showing you guys that, yes, I deposited the money into his account, because you can only do $300 a day. So I did $300 one day and then $200 another day. And then I purchased those items for him. So that's where I'm telling you guys this story, not because people are accusing me of anything. I'm just giving you all the details. But the reason why I'm telling you guys the story is you'll find out soon at the end of it. So a week, I think, or maybe a week and a half goes by, and then Brendan messages me and he says, people are still messaging me saying that, or emailing him saying that the chargeback fee is still showing up on the website. And I messaged him back saying, well, the lady told me that they're just waiting for the website to update and that it should go away. But as long as people are able to deposit money into your account, there is no chargeback fee. And he asked me, well, can you call them and see if you can still get it taken down off I think he was getting annoyed that people were messaging him, or it was stressing him out. I don't know. But so I called again the second time and I said, hi. I called like a week ago, or maybe more than that. And I was wondering, when is the chargeback notification on the website going to go away? Because it's still popping up. And the lady said, there is a chargeback. That's because there's a chargeback fee. And I said, well, the lady before that I called said there was no chargeback fee. She said that the chargeback fee that's showing up was from 2021 and that it was taken care of back in 2021. And she said, no, I'm showing that there is a chargeback fee, and that they don't call them inmates, they call them, it was like a resident, I think. The resident owes $129. And I was sorry. I need a new camera eventually one day. Maybe after rally, I can start doing that. Cause yeah. Anyway, so where was I? So I was okay. So she said no, there's still a chargeback fee. So I said, I'm still here. I'm sorry. I'm still here. So I was basically like, okay. But the lady before, the one I talked to before, said that if I could make deposits into his account, then there is no chargeback fee, because technically the chargeback fee is supposed to restrict the account too. So that's why that's important. And while I was on the phone with this lady, going back and forth with her, I was on the phone for an hour with this lady, right? While I was on the phone with her, I even made my $5
transaction into his account. Like I deposited $500 or $5 into his account while on the phone with her to prove that, see, I can still deposit money into his account. So I don't understand how there's a chargeback fee that was said it was already paid. And she said, oh, you're right. So she said, look, I'm going to email the chargeback division, department, whatever, the people who handle that. And in a couple of days, call back and we'll have more answers for you. So I said, okay. So I left that phone call feeling pretty good because I thought, well, obviously there's an error on their part, right? I still think there is. But anyway, so yesterday or the day before, I think it was like Thursday or Friday, I woke up at like 5 a.m., 4 a.m. or something like that. And I just had the thought of, I'm going to check the website. So I went on the Access Corrections website and I clicked his name. And it still says, now it says there's a $25 chargeback fee. And now you can't deposit any money into his account. Like it's very restricted now. So I was like, what? I was pissed. So I was like, that's not fixing the problem, is it? That's making it worse. Except now it's just $25. But now you can't deposit any money into his account right now. And so that morning, as soon as 8 o'clock a.m. rolled around, I called them and I said, what's going on with this? Because now it, and she basically looked at it. She said that, excuse me, she said that the chargeback department looked into the files. They said, yes, the $100 was paid for the chargeback, but the $25 reinstallment fee was not paid. And that's what that is. And I said, okay. So then I took down all the information because I was like, okay, it's a $25. I mean, I can handle that myself, right? I'm basically, what is that noise? Something is going on and off on my computer. Okay. So basically, I told the lady over the phone too. I said, I'm actually worried about sending, because it's a money order. I have to go to my bank and they charge you for money orders too. You fill out the form, you get the money order. It has to be written a specific way. And then you send it in. She wants me to include a note with the money order saying I'm, Rebecca, and the receipt number and my birthday and shit like that. And then that's supposed to take care of this $20 fee. And I don't mind doing that, but I told her over the phone, like, I'm worried because every time I've called you guys, I've gotten a different story as to what's going on. And that really worries me, that I'm just going to send you $25 and it's just not going to get taken care of. And you guys are going to expect more. Like, that's what my worry is because I'm not getting a straightforward answer. I'm getting, each person gives me, why is it doing that? I don't know. All right. Gives me a different story. And the lady was like, no, this is what's going to happen. Anyway, so Brendan called this morning. And I told Brendan, I gave him an update on everything that was going on as best as I could. And he's like, and he told me, wait, $129 in 2001, I already paid that myself. Like, he paid that himself. He said he went to the unit supervisor even, and he had to get the unit supervisor to sign off on the amount of money because it was over. Because I asked him, like, well, did you just pay $100 or did you actually pay like the full $129? He said it was the full $129 because in the Oshkosh prison, for him to send money to another place, it has to be, and if it's over $100, he has to have the supervisor or the whatever sign off on it. So he knows it was over $100. It was $129. So now I'm pissed because, and he even said it too to me. He's like, it's almost like they're trying to take advantage of the situation because I'm inmate. I'm like, I think that's exactly what's happening. Is that they're trying to get more money. But long story short, I'm gonna call them Monday and then get the actual supervisor on the phone. Hey Sheree, welcome. What is going on my computer? Everything is like I keep getting like do 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 as if something was plugging in and out. Okay, anyway. So that's the update I wanted to give you guys full what's it called? Full transparency of what's happening with this, because I mean, obviously if you go on the website and you regularly give money to Brendan, it's gonna say you can't do it. And part of the reason also why I wanted to tell you guys is because from here on forward until we get this fixed, if you guys want to still donate money to Brendan, you can send it to Barb's PayPal. You can send it to my PayPal. You know, and until like the raffle that we've got going on from Melanie, all the money except for the first round raffle, because the first round raffle I bought postcards and business cards, and I actually got they've started with the wrong ones. We're firing. Oh yeah, no, they've got the, you know what they say, you've got the wrong one, Shug. They've got the right one, Shug, because I love nothing more than to argue with somebody when I know I'm right. Like, you got the right one, Shug, because I will not let Brendan be taken taken advantage of. I absolutely cannot stand watching people I love and care about. Like, if you were picking on my mom or my dad kind of energy, I would literally like, no, that's not gonna happen. Like, but anyway, so yeah, that's Monday. I'm going to be making that phone call again. And I mean, like, if it's $25, it's $25. You know, it's the principle of the matter. So if they really are insisting, like, no, it's $25, then I don't mind sending the $25 and I will do that. But I'm also going to explain to them, you know, you've already received the $129 from the inmate himself. So this shouldn't be an issue anymore. So we'll see what happens. But like I said, here, let me get the PayPal information. So yeah, if you guys want to still send money to Brendan right now, and you know, you can send it to, see, why does he keep doing that to me? You can send it to Barb and her PayPal. You can send it to my PayPal. Honestly, you can also just hold on to it right now until it's all cleared up. It shouldn't be. So here's Barb's PayPal. And then this is my PayPal. And just when you send the money to either Barb or me, I know you can write a little note and just say it's for Brendan and his commissary. Especially if you're going to send it to me, just put that note so that I know what it is. But yeah, if you guys, want to do that, if you guys want to hold off and wait until the commissary thing is fixed. Also, if you're in the UK, you still can't, or out of America, you still can't deposit money into his account because you guys, only Americans can. So that's also another way you can deposit money into his account normally, is you can send it to Barb or me. But I'm going to leave Barb's email up here for you guys while I talk some more. But yeah, so that's what's happening with that. Now, Melanie in our group has been doing raffles. She's purchasing items from the merch store and then basically raffling them out for, I think she said it's £2 a ticket, but it's what does that equal, like $2 or $3 for American? First round went to purchasing the first round of raffle tickets. She told me that I could use for whatever campaigns or whatever. So I bought new postcards, and I bought business cards for the rally, and I bought more postcards of ones that I've already designed. So I've bought Here, I'll just show you guys the screen. I was going to show you guys my beautiful face, but so this is the postcard that except the postcard that I actually have has the QR code on it. So you can scan the QR code. But yeah, so this is and I just got them too the other day. Like, I'm holding one of the postcards right now in my hand. I'm waiting to make an official post that I have the postcards. I'm just going to unplug the camera. It's starting to really aggravate me. Nope, that wasn't it. Is this it? Nope, that wasn't it. Is this it? Yep, that was it. I think it's the camera. It's just dead. I think I just need to buy a new camera. I may not be able to have a camera for a while. I think that's why it keeps going in and out. And that's what I'm hearing. So this camera is trash. And thankfully, I have a headset with a microphone that works pretty well. Anyway. And now you can hear the dog barking. See, now the dings are gone. Okay. So, yes. So this is the, you can see all the people I talked to. My mother, my best friend. All right. Anyway, so here are the postcards. I like them. I think it was a great idea. See, Melanie thinks they're fabulous. So thank you, Melanie, for that. And it's been fun watching people get really excited about the raffle in the group. So I think that's really awesome. So thank you, Melanie. The next round of raffle tickets, I still have sitting in my PayPal. I was gonna, just as the phone was going to disconnect, I was trying to say everything really fast to him, and it got disconnected. But I'm gonna message him and ask him if there's anything else that he needs to. And so this round of this next round, if he doesn't need anything, I might buy. I'm gonna ask him if I can either buy a banner with the money or something for the rally. if he says, no, I need stuff, then it's not a big deal. I'll still buy a banner with my own money. But yeah. And yeah, so that's basically what's going on with all that stuff. And unfortunately, right now with his with his access corrections, I'm kind of bummed that it's ongoing. I know that's debilitating for all of you guys. I do want to say that he will be okay financially for a little bit while we work on this, because like I said, I deposited $500 into his account like, a couple of weeks ago. So maybe that was fate in a way. I don't know, maybe, but he'll be okay. It's annoying, if anything. And but we'll get this worked out. And let's see, rally's coming up quick, guys. I can't believe how quick it's coming up. So if you guys haven't already, if you're going to the rally, please make sure you buy your rally t-shirt if you'd like one, and make sure you get it in time. Make sure that you guys get your plan squared away. And soon, I think, like, the dog. I don't know what he's barking at. As soon as like maybe a week before the rally, I'm probably going to go live and make it like a rally dedication live, where I talk about where we're going to be meeting, what we're going to be doing, what you should bring with you, blah blah blah. So that way, if you guys have never been to one of these rallies before, you kind of have an idea of what to expect. So, but definitely start making those plans if you haven't already. Hold on. There's like a bunch of construction going on in front of the house. And it gets the dogs worked up sometimes because they'll hear the big trucks and the big construction crew trucks, like the backhoes or whatever, and all of that. Yeah, there's the US one, and then there's the UK one that's going to be happening. I think later in the month, not at the same time, but definitely later in the month. If you guys haven't already heard about that one, it's going to be in the UK. Duh, obviously, but let's see. How do you get to... See y'all. There's a Justice Rally. Here we go. It's Saturday, July 13th. So it's actually before, or yeah, it's wait a minute. Oh, it's the last day of our rally. Cool. So it's actually, yeah, it's July 13th. Right here. Oh, cool. You're going to be filming it? That'd be awesome. If you can do that, that'd be quite great. And then if you want, if you film it, if you send it over to me, I can post it on this channel, and then everyone can view it over here if you want. But yeah. This is where it's going to be in London at the Westminster, the Parliament Square. So that's where it's always at. And then Julia is the organizer. She's done every single UK rally since the beginning of Making a Murderer. So if you guys, she's a pro at this. So if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, you can always reach out to her, and she's very sweet woman. So very awesome supporter of Brendan and Steven. So if you guys want to check that out, hopefully people can show up to that one too. But yeah, no, I love watching the UK rally. Is so interesting because it's so different over there. Like, it's so different compared to like an American like background, where you have like the Decker buses and Parliament, and you have the police officers, the coppers walking around, and it's just so interesting to watch it. Different culture, you know what I mean, compared to our rally over here. It's just so different. But I'm excited about it. Oh, thank you. Was it in the dryer? Cool. I was watching Rachel Morin Presser caught the guy. Oh, Rachel Morin. Oh. I don't know anything about this case, but that's cool. Killing of mother. Well, that's good. I'm glad they caught the guy. I have been really awful in paying attention to the news. Mama 5, Maryland. He is in Tulsa, huh? From, Salvador? But yeah. So that's what I basically... He left El Salvador. Aw, not a 9-year-old. But yeah. I think that's what I have to update you guys with, as far as what's been going on in the world of supporting Brendan and all of that. So a lot of phone calls and frustration, hair pulling frustration, but we'll get there. Excited about the rally. I'm excited about seeing everybody. I know a few people have been messaging me saying that they're going to try to make it there. So I'm really hopeful to see some new faces that I've been wanting to meet. No worries under your scars. I understand you're a very busy woman. So, and if you've been thinking about going and you're not sure, please still come, because 1, I'd love to meet you, and 2, it's a great way of, there's nothing like standing out there with your sign and screaming "Free Brendan Dassey." It really is like therapeutic in a way. If they might be, I'm not sure when the next episode is on that one. I'll have to post it. If I see it, I can check their website or their... Yeah, it looks like in 3 hours, actually, they'll be doing the second... Boop. I just posted the link in the chat. And I'll post it in the group too, because I think I like foul play. I think they're cool people, even though I've had some bad history. Not bad, but you know what I mean? Like, I don't have any grudges towards anything. So like I like what, even when I was angry with them, I still appreciated what they did do for Brendan and stuff like that. So like it I endorse foul play. I think that people should check them out. They do some really great research over there. Yeah, they are brilliant what they do, and I've always felt like they've been kind of fair with the facts and all that, and I do appreciate that. There's just some things that you shouldn't post and all that, and I know they kind of agree with that, so I actually appreciate that aspect of it. And I know people have their opinions. Like I actually was on Twitter earlier. I don't post a lot on Twitter these days, but I do read everything. Thank you, Shuri. I do read everything. So I see on Twitter sometimes foul play gets a lot of hate, and I do think though that I think it's just a bunch of hurt feelings, personal hurt feelings, and once you actually take that aside and you look at the facts of it, I don't think that they're that bad. I put the link to the petition in the chat. Oh, you don't have a wrench here, Melanie, but hold on. Yeah, only wrench people can post, can do that. But here, give me a quick second and I'll do something. Oh, and we've got 1,000 members in 1,000 members in the group, in the YouTube, not the YouTube, in the Facebook group, which I think is pretty freaking cool. Hold on. Let's do this. There, Melanie. You should be able to post the link now. Spanner, yeah. Spanner. We call it a wrench over here. You guys call it a spanner. Yeah, mods, when I give a mod wrench, you guys can block people. You can mute people. You can put them in timeout. Like if there's like a troll, very rarely do we get a troll, but I do like to have like a comfortable amount of mods in here to catch that, especially because like before the show goes live, sometimes you'll see somebody post something hateful, and I know a few people will sit in mod chat or in not mod chat, in this chat before I go live, and they will monitor and take out any bad comments before I even go live. So that's why I enjoy having, and when I give you a wrench, that means I trust you. I trust you that you have good intentions with the chat and that you'll do a good job modding. So I trust you, Melanie. Not that I don't trust anybody who doesn't have a wrench. I also have a pet peeve of, like, because I would give you all a wrench in the chat if I could, like Under Your Scars, her, whatever. I would totally give you all a wrench, but I also have a pet peeve about having too many wrenches. It makes me uncomfortable when there's too many wrenches. I love you, Under Your Scars. I do. One time, so here's a funny story. One time, I was live with Linda, and she for sure you don't want to be a wrench. Well, it's responsibility too. And but anyway, so one time I was live with Linda, and she was very honest in the fact that she protook in the Mary Jane things. And she one time, because that's how she dealt with pain. She had pain for a very long time. And so the way she dealt with it was with smoking the Mary Jane. So one time we went live and she was really high. And she was just like, afraid we're gonna rise up, don't worry. Yeah, maybe. And she was like, I'm gonna give you a wrench, and then I'm gonna give you a wrench, and then I'm gonna, you know what, screw it, I'm gonna give everybody a wrench. Like, I don't know if you guys remember that live, and she's like, you get a wrench, you get a wrench, you get a wrench. And I was just kind of sitting there going like, oh my god, I'm stressed out. But yeah, she just gave like, she just was like throwing wrenches at everybody that came in, they got a wrench. And she was literally just like, fuck it, everyone gets a wrench. And after the live, I went through and I de-wrenched some people, because I'm like, we don't need every single person in chat to have a wrench, right? Like, so, and then the next time we went live, I was trying to vary, because I know some people take the wrench very seriously, and they get really offended if they don't have a wrench. And they get really offended if you give them a wrench and then you take away the wrench. They feel it's a personal thing. And I understand that, and I get it, because it'd be like if I took Cherie's wrench away and I didn't tell her, and she came back in and she didn't have a wrench, and I could understand if she was upset about that. So like, I get it. Or anybody's wrench, right? And to me, it's not a personal thing, but I can understand how it could send a signal that maybe I don't like you anymore or something like that. But basically, that the next live, I went live and I was just like, hey guys, so that was silly, wasn't it? No offense to anybody that got a wrench yesterday, but we don't need that many wrenches, so yeah. But yeah, that was a funny story about Linda. I'll draw some sort of tool at the side of my name. Oh, I'm petty. No, I don't want to take anybody's wrenches. And in fact, actually, you know what? Do you want a wrench under your scars? Here. There. You have a wrench now. Because I trust you all, really, I do. I didn't want to make it sound like I didn't trust you guys if you didn't have a wrench. You have one anyway. I just forced it on you. Use it if you want. I don't care. But I also like to give wrenches to people that I know show up too. Like, under your scars, I know you show up like as much as you can, because I know you're very busy, but you always do still show up. And like, Cherie shows up all the time. And Jen R, I saw Jen R up here. She shows up all the time too. So that's the other reason why I give specific people those wrenches, is because I know that not that if you don't show up then that means anything, but like, I know that you'll still be here to mod, because I'm basically making you work. Basically, that's what I'm doing. You're working now. I'm getting free labor out of you. So why would I get wrenches to people that don't have time to be here? Oh, really? That's sad. Oop. I know Jen R is with her graduating nephew. That's awesome though. Summer Wells 3 years today missing. That's sad. That poor little girl. Yeah, Jen R is so congratulations to Jen R's nephew. Happy graduation day. Yep. Free Brendan Dassey. Yep. So, as soon as I get my bearings, I'm going to send out some more postcards to people with the new postcards. And I'm only going to send out 5 of the new postcards. And I have 100 of the older postcards. I bought 100 because I thought 100 would be good number. But now I'm thinking about it, and I probably should have got more of these particular types of postcards. But I'm probably just going to set them aside and use them for rally. And then if nobody takes them or we don't use them, then I'll send them out to people. It's basically this one. I can't show you. I was going to turn the camera. I don't. Oh, well. You're good a while? Okay. Yeah, so yeah, it's basically the black ones that said I stand with Stephen Dassey and Brendan Dassey and Stephen Avery. I got 100 of those postcards, and I'm definitely going to get 500 of the I stand with Brendan Dassey postcards again. I just haven't had the funds. Of course, if Brendan says I can use the money from the raffle, then I probably will also buy some of those again. But the ones with both of their names on it, it's going to be for the rally. And then these new postcards with Brendan on them, I'm going to bring some to the rally too. So you're definitely going to be seeing postcards at the rally. And then, yeah. Hopefully the business cards, I ordered them and I'm still waiting for them to be shipped. And normally they ship things pretty fast. Like, I've never been worried about that. But I haven't gotten the notification yet that they shipped, or I have gotten the notification that they're getting ready to ship, but I haven't gotten they haven't sent it yet. It's still, they just said the thing was printed. So we'll see what happens. I might have to make a phone call there too. Yeah, see, this item got shipped. Here. Where is you? Oh, it shipped. Okay. It should be here Monday. Thank God. Who's going to be with you in Madison? No idea. No idea who's going to be with me in Madison. As far as I know, it's just going to be me. Maybe somebody else, actually. Let me rephrase that. There might be somebody else that's going to be out there in Madison with me. I'm not going to say their name because I don't know if they want people to know, but and that's fine. Every year in Madison, it's always a toss up because sometimes people will show up, but they just won't tell me they're going to show up. Last time I was out there with Linda, I seriously thought it was just going to be me and Linda because nobody told me that they were going to be out there. And then a whole bunch of people showed up. Who they just didn't tell me they were planning on coming. They just went. And I might actually see Kelly Doster. I might see her out there actually because I think she lives in that area. So I think I'll definitely see her. But Excuse me. But yeah, that's I'm not worried about it. And like I've said before, I've stood at rallies where there was just one or two of us, and I've stood at rallies where there was like 100 of us. And it's just a matter of where I'm standing here, I'm holding my sign, I'm proud of what I'm doing, and my voice matters, whether there's one of me or 1,000 of me. It's okay. Maybe next year. Unfortunately, I hope that it's not the case that we have a rally next year, but unfortunately, unless something changes in Brendan's case, for instance, there probably will be a next year. Because I don't want to be like a Debbie Downer, but what are the lawyers doing? We don't know. And I don't know. I have a lot of I could build a whole live around that opinion. But I won't. But yeah. But I think that's all I really have to update. And like I said, as soon as I get the business cards, I'll post both the business cards and the postcards on well, okay, so the best answer I can give you under your scars is, and I can ask him why they haven't given a public mini update. But Brendan does get, I think, I couldn't tell you the last time though that I remember his last lawyer phone call, to be honest with you. But they do call him and they, give him updates sometimes, and he's not allowed to talk about them though. Like, obviously he's not allowed to talk about his case over the phone or through email, and since we've never had a face-to-face visit, I'm not allowed. I mean, I could ask him, but he's and tell me he can't talk about it. So that's the thing is that if he does get phone calls from them and gets updates from them, but I wouldn't be able to tell you what those updates are. And but why they have it publicly, I mean, that would be great if they had one, but I have a feeling that they don't really have one for us yet. That's just my feeling on it, because there's not, I don't know, honestly. Like I said, I could build a whole separate live dedicated to that one, that whole topic, but I won't go there right now. I just hope and pray that they are doing something behind the scenes that we don't know about, and that it works. But yeah, I'm probably going to end this because it's almost been an hour, and I actually stopped eating my chicken nuggets. It would be amazing if a visit could be arranged for you and him while you're at the... Oh, I would love it, Melanie. I mean, I've joked about this with Pete about if I first see him, if I would cry or not. I probably wouldn't cry when I first see him, but I would definitely cry leaving him there in the prison. Like, that would be really hard emotionally for me. But I would really love to meet him. Unfortunately, I'm not on the visitors list. His visitors list is full. So, but maybe one day. There used to be this thing called special visits where an out-of-state person could sign up, like an out-of-state person, twice a year. and he could go. Oh, it's his visiting list is full. You emailed. I don't know. I'll talk to him about it next time then, because I'm confused. But anyway, but yeah, there used to be that, but then COVID hit, and they took those visits away. Those what they call special visits. Oh yeah, I remember now. You forwarded it to me. Yeah. Well, I'll ask him again then, but we'll see. But like I said, I would love it, but I'm not. It's fine. And on that note, I'm starting to yawn now too. I have to be at work in like 2 hours, so I'm gonna finish these chicken nuggets, and then I'm going to mope around. I'm probably gonna get coffee. Coffee sounds good. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated on the access creation. You're the one. Yeah. Well, that's you're the one that keeps his name out there. Yeah. That's basically my mission in all of this, is to keep his name out there and to keep reminding Governor Evers that we're not going away, and all of them that we're not going away. And that's why the postcard thing is so important to me. I know, I don't want to say 100% this for a fact, but I was reading something on Twitter once, and somebody made a comment that Ryan Ferguson. You guys remember Ryan Ferguson? Him and Charlie Erickson were imprisoned for a murder that they were wrongfully convicted for. And Ryan Ferguson was exonerated. Well, Charlie wasn't, but Charlie got out like a year ago. Anyway, so Ryan Ferguson, I was reading something on Twitter, and I wish I could have gotten a screenshot of it. But somebody was having a conversation with somebody, and they stated that Ryan Ferguson made a comment that in his experiences, he felt that the governor of Missouri blocked certain keywords from emails that he was getting. Yeah, the Dream Killer documentary. Sorry. He hold on. I don't know if I'm getting sick or if this is allergies. She would. Well, I was it started off with a food, but then my nose and my eyes. I don't know if I'm getting sick, but like the last couple of week, I my nose, keep having to blow my nose, and my eyes just get really watery, even at work and all that. So anyway, Ryan Ferguson made a comment somewhere that the governor of Missouri, hold on again, one more time. I was bleep blowing my nose again. I just didn't want you guys to hear that. Okay. You're on steroids and antibiotics. I don't know what it is, if I'm trying to get sick or if it's allergies or what. The coughing is because I swallowed a French fry wrong. But my nose and my eyes, like, you guys can't tell, but like this whole hour I've been dabbing my eyes with a Kleenex because they just get so watery. And like at work, it's especially annoying because my hands get really dirty really quickly. And I don't like touching my face when my hands are that dirty. And it's hard because I want to wipe my eyes with my hands because I don't have, anything on me. So I'll use my t-shirt to like dab at my eyes because it gets so, I guess it's allergies, but like it's been really bad this year. But anyway, so I can't confirm nor deny this. I looked it up to see where, like, I tried Googling it and I can't find any interviews or anything that reference this, but maybe it is hay fever. But Ryan Ferguson apparently made a comment about during their efforts to exonerate him, they tried to do emails with the governor of Missouri, had certain words blocked, because you can do that if you have certain words in the email or wherever. They would block them, and they, because they didn't want to hear about it through the email. And I'm beginning to wonder if that happens with Governor Evers. Now, I don't know how legal that is, though, because, for instance, a good example, President Trump, got in trouble for blocking people on Twitter. Well, it's different when you're a politician. He got blocked for blocking people on Twitter because you're not supposed to do that as a president. You're not supposed to block people. You're the speaker of the people. And I would imagine it's the same for the governor. Like, you're the speaker of the Missouri people. You're the speaker of Wisconsin people. Like, should you block? But then again, you're not blocking the person. You're blocking the contents of the email. So I don't know. But like, I read that somewhere, like in a comment somewhere on Twitter, like, well, Ryan Ferguson said blah blah blah, and it was like completely different context from, like, it wasn't about Brendan or Steven related. It was just a conversation I came across on Twitter. I should have screenshotted it, but I didn't. But I've just been kind of like, somebody else mentioned that to me too, though, like a while ago. They were like, well, how do you know he's not just blocking words and stuff? Like, how do you know he's actually reading these emails? And I said, I don't know. It's just like with the postcards. I don't think Governor Evers actually sees these postcards that we send. I know that they record it and tell him, you've got X amount of postcards again. So he knows about them. Maybe it's the same way with the emails. I don't know. But I think that snail mail is better than the email because there's more of a chance that he will get the message that we're sending them through the snail mail over the email, because like I said, in the email, he could be blocking them. We don't know. For all we know, they could be sitting in a spam folder somewhere. I just know that whenever I email him, I don't get responses anymore. I used to get a response. Maybe he puts individual email addresses in the spam folder or whatever. One returned a bit ago, Sarah, whatever. Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. Every once in a while. Yeah, every once in a while, I will send an email. And I stopped receiving responses like years ago. When I first started sending emails, I would get a response, but now I don't. So that's why I don't know. Maybe it goes, maybe my email address is in a spam folder, so every time I send an email address, it gets sent to spam. I don't know. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe he suspected that the emails were being blocked. Not that he knew that they were. See, that's the thing. I don't know. And I wish I had more information to give you guys on that. Because like I said, I can't find a direct quote from it anyway. And I've been nervous about posting it on Twitter, like asking him directly on Twitter, because that's the other thing is that I don't want people to stop emailing if that's how they feel comfortable reaching out to Governor Evers. Like, I don't want you to stop doing that, because I feel like it's important to keep emailing him or to keep sending postcards or whatever method, even if it's calling. Like, keep doing it. Like, don't stop doing it. I just wish I had more context or clarity. And I wish I could find if this is a true thing or not. But that's what I that's what I remember reading, and I wish I had more, but I'm just talking to talk. But yeah. But maybe it was, be a squeaky wheel. Exactly. Like, don't stop doing what you feel comfortable doing. Like, I knew one person would call Governor Evers' office and leave, messages with the person. Keep doing that if that's what you feel comfortable doing. Like, keep doing it. There's no wrong way to try to communicate. And if one person likes to call, one person likes email, one person likes to send postcards, then you're all getting him at all angles, right? So none of these ways are bad ways or wrong ways. They're just different ways. I just wish I had more information about what I thought I read. I had a right row and some weird woman. Yeah, I used to do that. Like, every time Governor Evers would post something on Facebook, I would post free Brendan Dassey in his comments. And I'd get a lot of hate, which that didn't really bother me. At first, I would argue back with people, but then I just started blocking and ignoring, because there's a lot of trolls in there too. And I think a lot of guilters will create fake Facebook posts or fake Facebook profiles specifically to troll us supporters. And because what kind of free time they have, I don't know. Like, I don't have the free time for that, but whatever. And I just block them now. I don't go back and forth. Oh, I've had a lady once tell me that too. She said, I actually get that a lot from certain people. Well, you're just clinging to Brendan because he's white and he's trendy. If you really cared about wrongful convictions in the justice system, you would be advocating for many of the black men and women that are also wrongfully convicted. And I say, I do advocate for people like Julius Jones, Rodney Reed, other African American men. I'm not aware of any women, unfortunately, and hopefully there aren't any. But like, if there are, I'm not aware of them. And I very much, speak out for them when I can. But right now, I'm talking to Governor Evers about Brendan. If Governor Evers was dealing with Rodney Reed or Julius Jones, then I would also be talking about them with him. But I can't do that. I can only talk to Governor Evers about who I know, and that right now is Brendan Dassey. But if you have anybody in Wisconsin who is also wrongfully convicted and who's of color, or you can't say that anymore, can you? Let me know. And the person never can tell me anybody, So that's what I say. Next time somebody says that to you, just say, well, who in Wisconsin do you need me to be aware about that's African American? And watch them say nothing. Because they don't know. They don't actually care. If they cared, they would be on Governor Evers' Facebook page advocating for them. Yeah. I will admit, when wrongful convictions have been happening long before Brendan and Steven, and yes, it mostly happens to a minority, a person of minority. And I will admit that I did feel really shameful that this is the truth. I felt really shameful that it took me watching a documentary about two white guys to open up the door for me to realize that it happens to all sorts of people. And it's been happening to people, and it is a problem within the minority communities in the prison system. And it made me feel really sad and shameful that it's been happening for so long. I'm really it really sucks because if before Brendan and Steven, I was the typical, well, if you're in prison, then you're probably guilty because you went through court, and the courts, they're fair, and they wouldn't, just throw somebody in jail just because whatever, blah, blah, blah. Like, I was me. Over a little over 10 years ago. So making a murderer really was like throwing icy cold water over my head, and like just like the what? You mean wrongful convictions are a thing, and people who are innocent go to jail, and kids go to jail based on no evidence whatsoever other than a confession that made no sense. Like like it really was a rude awakening for me. And then to look around and be like, it happens to minorities all the time. Like, so yeah, I think that Brendan and Steven opened the door for me to this whole scary, awful world of reality about the justice system and who it affects and what can happen. So I will give it that. Yeah, it did take a white guy to open my eyes to see the injustices that happen in this country as far as that goes. Like I've always known that that minorities get the short end of the stick. I just kind of felt like if you gone through court and you were found guilty, it was because they truly had the evidence against you. It wasn't just because they wanted you in prison. Like there was actual, but I learned that that's not the case. So, yeah, I get the frustration behind that, but our mission is for Brendan, and we're only one person. Like we're only our own selves, and if you can't take on more cases or more advocate for more people, then you shouldn't, be guilted into advocating for other people just because they are a minority or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, you can only do so much. And I kind of learned that myself because, like I said, I do advocate for other cases. Like, I advocate for Melissa Kaluzinski. I advocate for Daniel Holtzclaw. I advocate for, like I said, Rodney Reed and Julius Jones, but not as dedicated as I am about Brendan. And at one point, I thought I could be as dedicated as I am for Brendan for other people, but you get burnt out really quickly, and because it's a lot, and it takes a lot emotionally out of you too, because they're real people. Now all I can offer is to be friends with I'll send them cards and letters, and sometimes one of them will call me and I'll talk to them over the phone, but it's nothing like the same. If somebody threw a rally for like Melissa Kaluzinski and I was able to go, then I would go, but I can't do anything more than just offer a friendship, right now. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's a good way of saying it, Cherie. But yeah, that's yeah, no one can do it all. So that's the realisticness of it. There's other news I could probably talk about those other cases, by the way. Maybe I'll go live. I might have Monday off, and I say might because I might be working, but maybe if I have Monday off, I'll go live and we could talk about those other cases, because there are other updates that I could talk about with those cases. And I was talking a lot about the Elijah Vu case, and I kind of lost track of it due to work and exhaustion at work, because it's been really hard working where I work during the summertime, because we get so freaking busy, and I come home and I'm dead. Like I just want to lay down and fall asleep. So and my schedule has just been, I can be pessimist at times, especially after COVID. I don't want to. You're fine. Oh, thank you for posting the Dream Killer link. Yeah, if people want to check it out. But yeah. So maybe I'll do that Monday. I'll go live and we can do like a quick update on all the cases that I like, for instance, Elijah Vu, and because I do follow it, I just haven't posted it, and or I haven't really talked about it because as the little boy, like nobody's found the little boy, and unfortunately, they can't really do much without proof of what happened to him, and there's no proof of anything, that he just disappeared. If you don't have proof a crime was committed, I mean, and they have proof that, you know, negligence and child abuse and blah blah blah, but they don't have proof of anything substantial yet that they could prosecute the mom and the boyfriend with with his disappearance right now. And I don't know if it's because they're trying to build a case against them and they don't want to just, because like, I don't know if you guys remember the whole Casey Anthony thing, but the main reason why Casey Anthony wasn't prosecuted was because they were too quick with taking her to court and trying to get her on something. If they took their time and they actually built up a good case against her, she probably would have been in prison. But because of public outrage and pressure from different things going on politically in Florida, they really rushed it. And they couldn't really, you know, they couldn't make it stick. So I feel like if they actually took their time to prosecute Casey Anthony, she would have been in prison. But I kind of have a feeling that's what's going on with the Elijah Vu situation is that they're trying to prosecute them for what they know, which is the child abuse and neglect. But as far as the disappearance, they're building their case better so where they can have actually something that sticks. So we'll see. But I'll update. Maybe I'll do that Monday. Yeah. But thank you guys for being here. If you guys have any questions, please email me at brendantalks89@gmail.com. Or you can reach out to me in the Facebook groups. And yeah, I'll see you all around when I see you all around. And I shall end it with this one.